Hello everyone. I'm gonna talk. Sorry. I said I'm gonna try and talk as I'm brushing my teeth. But this is interesting. I just want to show you something very, very quickly. And then I'll cut out to another video of me a little bit more put together. Sans toothbrush.
I want to stand on there.
You want to stand on there? To do what?
So I want to floss my teeth.
You want to floss your teeth?
Yeah.
You're only 4 years old. You don't know how to floss. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, don't take her toothbrush. Teeth. Teeth.
Like this.
Yeah. What, how many toothbrushes do you want?
Teeth.
Teeth. Teeth.
I want.
Okay, we'll be right back, guys.
So you can see from the first part of that video that my kids were mimicking me. I guess what kind of got me thinking about that whole thing of, wow, this is crazy to me that my 4-year-old and 1-year-old are watching us do these particular things. What got me thinking about it was a viewer had left a comment. This was a comment regarding the Tactical Gearhead, regarding who was a favorite YouTube channel. And I had mentioned, Wrangler Barn, Cody from Wrangler Barn. I thought he was a quality guy, and I liked a lot of, the content of his videos. So this person had also kind of reiterated that thing and also mentioned, what I noticed was a lot of the tactical people tend to be also really good fathers. And, when I read that, it was just like, boom, right? Lightning hit me. And I started to think, I stepped out of the situation, I looked at it, and I said, you know what? That actually makes perfect sense. If you really think about it, okay, those of us who just, respect society and respect, obviously, dangerous things, there's certainly a level of discipline and intrinsic responsibility that one should have, obviously, with those types of things, but you can transfer those skills into being a parent. But once you have kids, it totally changes everything. You have to be a little bit more careful if you weren't a careful person before, because obviously your life is, to put it bluntly, it's not your own anymore. It's really about your kids and about advancing them to the point of them being actually competent and quality citizens. I mean, if you don't want to do that, then obviously it's easy. Anybody, it's certainly easy to create kids, and that's great and everything. But if you really want them to be part of a society and to contribute, it has to be quantity time with them. Quality time, I think it's thrown around so much, but, excuse me, literally it's quantity time. I mean, you're talking hours and hours of children seeing you as an example, you correcting them when they go off track, you putting them back on, and that takes a lot of time to do that. Obviously, then you have to contend with the idea of, what personality are your kids born with? It's that whole thing in psychology. There's the argument of nature versus nurture. What are they born with, and then what will their environment shape them to be? So those are all things that, as a parent, you have to deal with, and it's interesting. I mean, again, I don't care what your job is. If you're a pediatric oncologist or a commercial fisherman, all the most difficult jobs you've ever heard of, or maybe that you do yourself, I don't care what it is. It's not as hard as being a parent. You're literally responsible for a human being to grow up, and obviously you have the faith and hope backed by the actions of what you're doing to turn them into productive citizens. So, again, I said all that just to say that, again, when the person made that comment, I thought it was really a telling thing to consider, because I can only for a valid perspective, I guess, I can speak about being a parent, specifically a father in this country, in the United States. I think in 2010, it's actually pretty embarrassing. You know, you can turn on the news, stream it from your TV, or obviously stream it from your internet connection, and see various stories every day of criminal activity that happen, and so much of that is a breakdown of the involvement of fathers, and it's terrible. You know, it makes me sad when I see, especially young men growing up, and they have no direction. You know, so I don't want to turn this into a whole, like, you know, I'm not here to judge anybody. There are situations that cause people to do certain things, and it's terrible, but really I said all what I had to say because that comment kind of triggered it and made me think, wow, you know what, that is true. I mean, guys, obviously, and I'm talking about the people I subscribe to, but there's a lot of just great channels on YouTube, but, you know, the USNER Docs of the world, the Such channel, right? Such 00 channels of the world, Hawk LMT, all these guys, nothing fancy, all these guys who are fathers who have, you know, displayed their kids on videos and seem to be very much quality individuals and contributing members of their communities and society. And that's a great thing. I mean, I'm not, in terms of a YouTube perspective, why would I subscribe to somebody who didn't show respect? Not only respect for tactical situations or things that are dangerous, but just the respect of being a parent. And it's, you know, it's not to say, obviously I subscribe to people that are also not parents, you know. As far as I know, BankMind80, really quality channel. I don't think he's a parent. Beast 1210, you know, these are great guys for sure. Patriot, I think it's Patriot 36. These are great guys, but you know, yeah, certainly when fatherhood is part of the hats, or one of the hats that you wear as a person, as a man, it really gives you a different perspective. And obviously, I think as a father, you develop another level of responsibility, seriousness, and realizing that you know, you have a really big job to do, and it's an extremely difficult job. Extremely difficult. I mean, it's super rewarding. But a friend of mine once told me that having kids is the greatest and worst thing ever that could happen to you. And initially when he said that, I'm like, get out of here. You know, it's the greatest thing ever. What are you talking about? But yeah, he's absolutely right. And the worst part really comes into to play when, you know, you hope that you've trained them properly so that when you're not around, they know what to do. And you know, it's kind of a nerve-wracking thing. You know, I have a daughter who's going to be starting school next week, and it's only for a few hours a week, but still, you know, it's interesting that you know, one day she'll be going into elementary school, and then junior high, high school, college, etc. You know, whatever her direction is. So yeah, just being a parent, the level of seriousness, the level of responsibility. I hope I didn't sound too scattered with all this. It was just that comment that triggered all my thinking of, wow, serious things, dangerous things, being a parent, it's all something that is, you know, you got to be a serious person. I'm not, again, the YouTube perspective, I'm not going to subscribe to some idiot who's irresponsibly taking handguns and throwing, you know, juggling them, or taking knives and threatening people on camera. I think it's ridiculous, you know, illegal, obnoxious, and it's just stupid. So you know, the people that I subscribe to, there really isn't one person that I subscribe to that I really wouldn't mind one day, if our paths ever cross, having a drink with these people. I think it would be really, really a great thing. But you know, again, I don't want to get all sentimental here, because that's not what this is. It's really just the idea that being a father is something that it kind of lends itself to the whole dealing with tactical and you know, dangerous things, and respecting firearms, respecting knives, weapons, self-reliance, all those types of things. So maybe I could have just said that last sentence and meant everything I was thinking. So thanks for watching, and that's all I have to say. Thanks, guys.